My name is Thomas Hall. I went ahead and used the Southwest AI app, and I put in a difficult loan scenario with some tax returns and everything. And I had somebody else already underwrite it. When it came back, they was almost identical within like a few dollars. And it took about 30 minutes instead of a whole day or two for somebody to analyze that. So, yeah, that AI is going to be the best thing in the whole industry. So stay tuned.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Sarah Wolak. It seems that every week that inventory and home prices are on originators' radar, and this week is no different. But it looks like we'll be seeing a heat wave when it comes to home prices. But first, our own Christine Stewart tells us all the way from New Orleans how even in a down market, opportunity can be found.
As teams shrink, employers are demanding more, and while this presents challenges, it also presents opportunities.
We're working with a lot more leads to get to the amount of conversion and pull-through. A few years ago, that pull-through would have been about 34%, 35% on average. It's now less than 10%.
That means loan originators are only closing about 1 in 10 loans they bring through the door.
That can be extremely frustrating for someone in the commission business to know that they're working 30%, 50% harder to get to the same result that they were getting to a few years ago.
Mortgage Women magazine honored 23 women for their accomplishments and tenacity this year at Mortgage Star in New Orleans. These are women who know that success sometimes means setting boundaries.
You can't fully own it 100%. It is best to acknowledge that and let somebody who can and has the time to do it so that it gets done well.
Instead of saying yes to everything that crosses your desk, it's sometimes best to say no.
I think that for women at work, it's difficult to be in a position where you already feel like your competency may be questioned, and so to show humility can be tough when you want to make sure that you are still appearing as though you're educated, and you are, but you don't want to come off as though you haven't done your work.
It's all the headlines in the media is doom and gloom. Interest rates are high, inventory is low. We're losing, I think, something along 20% of originators didn't renew their licenses this past year.
Kelly Hendricks, Vice President of Del Mar Mortgage and Managing Editor of Mortgage Women magazine, is still hopeful.
So we're going to find a way both on the sales and the operations side to celebrate the wins and not focus on the lack of business, but focus on what we are accomplishing as a company.
To read more about the women kicking butt in this industry, go to mortgagewomenmagazine.com. For The Interest, I'm Christine Stewart.
Thanks, Christine. Following back up with the market heating up, Black Knight's Mortgage Monitor report for May pointed out that more than half of the top 50 markets in the country saw prices at or above their 2022 peaks. Black Knight's Vice President of Enterprise Research, Andy Walden, said that even though prices are well below peak levels in the West and pandemic hotspots, those gaps will close soon enough. But one outlier in Black Knight's findings is Austin, Texas's market, which is still seeing inventory levels above pre-pandemic norms. And home prices have fallen nearly 14% below its peak, which is the lowest in any market. To put it into perspective, only 8 of the top 50 markets are 5% below their 2022 peaks. Home prices spiking means that lack of inventory is to blame. And even though new construction starts were strong during May, single-family residential units only account for 40% of the projects currently underway. Coming up, an industry executive channels her leadership style through an unconventional activity.
Don't miss the largest mortgage show in the nation. The Originator Connect returns to Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas August 17th to the 20th. See us at originatorconnect.com. Find the best connections in the industry, dozens of sessions, scores of exhibitors. It's where success is written every hour. originatorconnect.com.
Welcome back. During life and the housing market's ups and downs, this executive is using racing to inspire her professional life.
At the top of her game professionally, off-road racing is an escape for this busy female executive.
Like, I have a really loud internal monologue, and I'm always talking to myself about 27 different things that I want to do, which is exhausting and can be taxing on you. And racing for me changes all of that. I can't do anything else when I race.
Emily Shapiro is president of DocuTech, but she's also a champion off-road racing queen who is sponsored by Impact Racing Products.
I think to be a successful leader in business, you also have to be brave.
Shapiro stepped into her role as president of DocuTech during arguably the worst mortgage market in decades, but racing and life prepared her for the challenge.
I really like facing adversity because I think that's when you learn. I think that's when you have the opportunity to win.
Shapiro says racing may seem very different than managing a technology company, but it actually helps her be a better boss.
It's funny, it even becomes an important part of my business life. One, because it helps me be more centered. Because I also learn to be brave, to be bold, to take chances, to learn, to also be humble. I mean, there's so much that translates.
You can read more about Shapiro's racing career and leadership style at Mortgage Women Magazine, available now at mortgagewomenmag.com. For The Interest, I'm Christine Stewart.
Thanks, Christine. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to nationalmortgageprofessional.com.